Greetings, my fellow extraterrestrials. I have actually got a really good reason for not having much of a social media online presence lately. Anytime I disappear for an extended period of time, like a year or more, it's usually because I'm working on the next novel. When I say working on, it's the stuff I don't want to do. It's the actual typing and editing. Everything that I write, I handwrite everything, and that usually goes pretty quickly. It's like I have a thought, I write it, I get it out, it's all there. It's just difficult for me to get everything organized and typed and into the computer because, for one thing, it hurts. I've got an old injury to my neck, and I've got a lot of old injuries actually that sometimes they get bothersome, they get in the way of me getting everything typed, even if I've already written it and the idea is there. But then, of course, I've got to word it such that it makes sense to readers. I've got to organize it for linear thinkers because my thoughts are very chaotic and all over the place. So when I write something, there's not a beginning, middle, end. There's just all of it intermixed. It's difficult for me to explain. But anyway, I have gotten the next one written, typed up, ready to go, all of that. I've got my beta readers consuming it now, and I mean, cannot put it down. So, already with the good news there. Doesn't look like it's going to take me too many rounds of editing to get this one ready for publication. I'm actually really excited about this next one because I'm never satisfied with my first chapters, ever. I am never satisfied with how it starts off. It's difficult for me to get started, and I really want to hook my readers. I don't want to lose people before they really get into it. That's why I tend to take the boring stuff out, the math and the physics, and I don't want it to sound like a science paper. I don't want it to sound like a lecture, but I do like to try to provide evidence for my theories, and so I have to play around with the wording sometimes. But I actually hooked myself, so I feel very confident about this next one. It's going to be called The Lost Chapters of the Floating Cities of Earth. Anyone who has read this one, I've got merch for this one, by the way. I've got merch for the Lost Chapters of Humanity on Earth, and anyone who has read it knows that I titled the individual chapters. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm allergic to something. I'm allergic to work. I titled the individual chapters and made it, I don't know if you can really see that. I'm outside because it's summertime and it's obnoxiously hot. I don't have AC. I don't have that in my house. It's really hot, and I came outside to do this because there's this nice lovely rain happening. I don't know if you can hear the thunder and all that in the background, but it's very lovely, and it feels so much better out here on my front porch than it does inside my house. So no jellyfish in the background right now. But anyway, so I'm not sure if you can really see that, but I did title each individual chapter, and those of you who have read the book already know that the individual chapters, a lot of them are their own sort of thought, concept, theory, whatever. And the reason I didn't get overly in-depth in each chapter is because, like, I took a lot of information out when I edited this one. Otherwise, it would have been ridiculously long. So I took a lot of that information and elaborated on it. A lot of the theories or the suggestions or whatever is in this book, things that, like, I think my biggest critique that I got from readers and reviewers was that they wanted more. Well, that's because I took so much out of this book to try and just sort of cover all of the subjects, present like a introduction to all of the different subjects in the first book, and each of them are their own separate books. And so I think it was maybe in the chapter of ancient creations in this book where I had briefly mentioned, it could have been the ancient technology. It was ancient creations, ancient technology, or Union of the Snake, one of the three. It's somewhere in there. I had briefly mentioned that I felt like some of the ancient megalithic structures of Earth actually were full-on levitating sites, cities, sites, outposts, what have you. They didn't appear to have a trajectory like they had been blown in and landed where they were. It just looked like they fell straight down from the sky and into where they are. I'm not very good at explaining it when speaking, and especially in English isn't my native language. So I'm better at explaining it in my books. So the Lost Chapters of the Floating Cities of Earth is all about how I think it was done. The time periods, which ancient megalithic sites may have levitated. Just picture ancient Earth dotted in floating cities. So yeah, I also explain the technology that may have been used, how it could have been done. And when I say time periods, I'm talking way back in prehistory. I'm talking much, much earlier than 6,000 years ago. So that is something to look forward to. That shouldn't take me too much longer to get that out and about and into the hands of eager fans. Yeah, we're just gonna go through that whole process again. So I'm working, I'm busy. I just it's hot. So anyway, just a little something to look forward to, and stay extra, my fellow terrestrials.